Hello everyone and welcome to the second leadership lesson. Now that we're done with the basics, let's talk habits. What are some daily habits that you can develop that will make you a better leader? But before we get into the details of that, I'd like you to keep in mind and remember something. We often see leaders as these high authoritarian figures, so far out of reach, almost as a superhero, but what we tend to forget is that they're humans too. And whether you like it or not, before you become a good leader, actually in order for you to become a good leader, you have to be a good human. Nobody wants to follow a bad example. You won't just see a horrible person and think, yes, that's my role model right there. It just doesn't happen. And remember that it doesn't take that much of an effort to make a difference. It's the smallest things that create the biggest impacts in the lives of others. Small things such as saying please and thank you as opposed to just do it, it's your job. Asking your colleagues and your employees about their days, connecting with them, making a habit out of it. Asking them whether they need any help, and being genuine in your offer, because people can always spot a faker. You know the phrase, fake it till you make it? No, forget that. It doesn't work. And for those of you thinking, well, it seems to be working for me, newsflash, it won't last. Because eventually people will be able to tell that you are not genuine. And in order for people to follow you as a leader, no matter how much you know, they want to know how much you care first. Genuinely care, that is. And for God's sake, smile. Honestly, how many of you have had bosses that walked into the room and everyone's mood is immediately ruined? They didn't even have to say anything. It's their energy. Their energy says it all. It's draining and it's contagious. And so keep in mind that a happy leader equals happy staff. Okay, so another habit that you should be working on developing is to learn to motivate, to inspire, to push others. Help remove all these limiting beliefs that they have from their thoughts. A leader brings people up. They encourage them to go above and beyond. They remove any fear and doubt they have from their minds, and they help them reach their full potential. And don't take things too seriously. Have a sense of humor. Because if you're serious all the time, people will not see you as approachable. They will fear you, and you don't want to. You don't want that. You don't want to create fear. You want them to respect you, but not through fear, but through the connections that you build. You want them to be able to come to you for advice, for feedback, for a conversation. Don't create barriers between you and your people. Make sure they know that you are there for them. Okay. Next, surround yourself with people that challenge you at all times. People that question you. People that bring the best out of you. Because if you're around people that agree with you all the time, then there's no room for development. And strengthen those relationships, because in order for you to move forward as a leader, you have to have people that back you up, people that are behind you, people that support you, people that will be there for you. You can't do it alone. And don't avoid tough conversations. Make a habit out of it to discuss your issues and your problems. Make your people understand that these conversations will happen and that they shouldn't fear them. They're not there for blame or pointing fingers. Instead, these conversations are there to achieve progress and development through building bridges of effective communication. And last but not least, and I cannot stress how important this habit is, and its consistency. Bruce Lee once said, long-term consistency beats short-term intensity. And so be consistent in your actions, in your words, in your behaviors. And understand that change takes time. But all the great leaders are aware of that. And they're willing to go through the hard part to get to the better part and eventually reach the best. John Maxwell once said, to get from failure to success, that's difficult. But to get from excuses to success, no, that's impossible. So keep pushing, you will get there. So, that's it for this week. Remember, if you have any comments, any feedback, any specific issue that you'd like me to address, then drop a comment below. And if you feel that any of these videos are of use to you, then please subscribe. I'll see you next week and looking forward to helping you grow.